Hi, my name is Taylor, and I have been attending Harvester for almost 1 year. We've been coming to Harvester a little less than a year. We moved here back in March, and so we've been attending almost exactly that long. This was the first church we tried, and we stayed. Yeah, so I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 children, ages 8, 5, and 2. Fun ages. My husband works full time, and we found Harvester. We were actually looking for a church that we thought would be a good fit for our oldest. So our oldest has autism, and we really wanted to find a church that we could go to as a family. And from the first time we came to Harvester, they were so accepting and wanting to work with him and wanting to make it work for him. And he loved it. So for us, we were sold. If it worked for him, then we're like, then it's going to work for us as a family. We've always tithed. My husband and I have always tithed. We've always known that that was a very important thing with our faith, especially having medical bills that sometimes we don't know how much they're going to be, what we need, but we've always had that trust that God was going to take care of us. Whenever he's asked for us to increase our tithing, we've prayed about it. We've sought him in it. And every single time it's been worthwhile 10 times over for us to follow what he's leading us to do. So to increase our tithing at Harvester was an easy choice for us. We knew that's what he was calling us to do. And we knew that he was gonna take care of us with that.
He kept his promise at that.
Yeah, we had specific instances where we found out, hey, we need a certain amount of money per month to cover his medical costs for therapies, everything. And we didn't know where that was going to come from. And we would find out like a week or two later. One instance, my husband got a phone call from his boss and he was like, hey, you got a raise at work. And the raise was to within $1 of what we needed per month to cover his medical bills. So those are instances in where we're like, that was him. That was him providing that. He made it to where there was no way we could mistake it, that it was from any other way other than him. I feel like it is very important for other families similar to ours, especially with kids with special needs or families that have a lot of medical bills, to know that there are other families like us that we are tithing what God is asking us to tithe, and he is taking care of us. We are able to give up that burden of not knowing where that's going to come from because we know it's going to come from him. And it just relieves one area of stress in our life. And so we don't have to worry about it. And I hope other families can have that too. I want other families to have that too. We had times where we knew that we needed to pay for medical expenses or therapies in the next coming months, and we would at the same time feel a tug from God to increase our tithing. So it was making the decision to put God first over everything else. And that's easy to say for yourself, but when it comes to saying to yourself, I am putting God over my family, I am putting him over everything, it hits differently in that instance where you're like, hey, I could take that money and put it here and we could maybe be fine and cover that. But stepping out in faith, being like, hey, he wants me to put it here, and then let's see what he does with it, because we know he's going to do amazing things with it. One thing I hope to get out of this campaign is that I've said that if I can help one other family that is in the same situation as myself, then everything's all worth it. So being able to tell another family, hey, if you trust God in this area, he's going to bless you 10 times over in every other area. And being able to say that confidently and be like, hey, look, I've experienced it. I've had it happen. I'm not just telling you this to tell you this. I'm someone who's walked it. I'm someone who's had to make those hard decisions and has chosen this way and has never regretted it. To come and pray about it. I would, to anyone, you cannot give in faith like that and not pray about it and not seek him about it hard. You have to. But if you do, you will get that peace about it, and you will be Like I said, you'll be taken care of by him. He's going to make sure you always have everything that you need. It will not be in excess, but you will not have, you will not have what you need for today. You will always have what you need. So my suggestion would be you have to pray about it. You have to seek him in it in order to get that peace. I'm excited to see other families like mine with kids with special needs find a place that they can belong and find a place that welcomes them in and find a place where they can feel like they are seen and they are wanted and that, hey, you're not alone. We want you here. We want your family to be a part of our church. And that's one thing. Brittany Martin and I started a group called Kindred, and it's for moms with special needs. And that's one thing we've always said. We're like, hey, if this only helps one mom find a community of people that she can come to and she can feel seen and she can feel heard and she can just, set her stresses down for just one evening and just be around other moms and feel loved. And if we're given the opportunity to do that and it helps just one, then it's worth it. I think my generosity is going to help other families like mine come in and see that they have a church they can be a part of. They can give back. So many times we feel like we have nothing to give. We're giving in so many other areas of our life, especially to our kids, especially our special needs kids that require so much. But knowing that you can come here, you can give and be filled at the same time. I want other families to experience that and to have that. First of all, I'm never not anxious when I get those feelings of, hey, you need to increase your tithing. I'm an anxious mess when that starts. And that is something I constantly have to pray my way through. It's not, oh my gosh, he's asked us, okay, this is so easy, here you go. It is something I struggle with, but I know logically the outcome that I have awaiting for my family and I. So it's something I have to seek God in. If I'm having a hard time with that, then I need to seek other people in the church, in my friend group, life group, wherever they are, where I can sit down and I trust those people to have those conversations with me and to help me talk them out. Sitting in myself is where I get anxious. Talking about it is where I relieve that anxiety, and just having that reassurance from other Christ followers that yes, like God's got you. Sometimes just someone else saying that makes it more real, even though it's real. But God saying it, or sorry, not God saying it, but someone else saying it to you, just like, okay, it's real. That's real. That's something I can really count on. And it's still a step of faith. And I don't think God faults us for being anxious while we're still stepping out in faith. He cares that you're still stepping out in faith and that you're going to trust him. And he's going to build on that trust. And over time, as he requests those things of you, it becomes easier because he meets your needs every single time. I was the one. I'm for the one.